Hello everyone, I am Kesley Johnson and I'll be talking to you a little bit about the International Literacy Association. So right here on their website, literacyworldwide.org, it tells you a little bit about them and how this professional organization connects current research to our instructional practice, our practice, to just improve literacy instruction all around the world. Okay, so starting out on this website, I went to About Us just to find out some more about them and why they do what they do. And they presented three components to why they do what they do. First, the problem. The problem, for example, is that there are 781 million people worldwide who still cannot read or write. Okay? The solution. So how do they choose to go about solving this problem is by combining their resources, doing research, using their expertise to help support and inspire students and the teachers that are educating those students and other professionals. So they have set standards and agendas for literacy instruction, and they advocate strongly for that cause. And what is their impact? Well, they have the credentials, they have the motivation, and they say they will not stop until literacy is a fundamental, inalienable human right worldwide. And so they partner with different affiliates, they publish research journals, publications, different professional development, and they have even managed global projects all around the world, from Macedonia to Bangladesh and to different places. And here it is showing us how we can help encourage literacy here while we are educators and professionals. So to get us started off on this website, I was looking at the Get Involved tab, and I see that it has opportunities for us to donate, opportunities for if we wanted to write for the organization, we could write for ILA there, and it tells us the different journals that are featured from this organization, such as the Reading Teacher. They have the Journal of Adolescent and Adult Literacy and the Reading Research Quarterly. And if you click on each one, it will open up and it will tell you the guidelines, the submission process for the role that you want to take on. So it tells you how to prepare your article, what is appropriate for submitting, what is required, and many more components there. And it'll do the same thing for the other two journals as well. Okay, another very interesting publication that I noticed from this organization is that they have a magazine, and that is a digital magazine, of course, but it features different topics, current topics in literacy instruction. And if you click on there, that link will take you to different articles that are written in this magazine. For example, it shows you here this one that is featured now, and it's open to ILA members and non-members. So I would get ahead, jump in reading that one while it is open and free. And so if you do want to submit, they encourage you, of course, to submit and to ask questions. If you need questions, they give you the submission limit, 900 words, and then they even tell you what are the upcoming themes for the following months and what are their deadlines. Okay, now just going back from there, there's also one more publication that I did want to mention that I found, which is their Literacy Now. It is a blog that is featured from this organization. Now, it's a very helpful resource because this blog features many resources, many tips, many different helpful tools that us as educators, and even if we're not educating at this current moment, that we could still use in the classroom, and it is very relevant. It is very helpful to our students. For example, when I was researching this, I found keeping your students engaged in the virtual classroom. That's one thing that my first graders are struggling with. So I started to just read this article, and it was just very helpful. Read this post. It was very helpful for me. It was telling me what to do, how to incorporate them, and just how to keep them engaged. And I do some of these things now, but I think I would love to incorporate even more of them in my classroom. Now, I was also looking at the meetings and events tab, and I noticed that their ILA conference that was scheduled for October has been canceled due to the fact that, large gatherings are not permitted or not or are frowned upon due to the coronavirus. So that has been canceled, but they do have digital events that we can attend from the comfort of our own home. And so there are different types of digital events that ILA offers. For example, some of them are called ILA at home webinars. And as I mentioned, these are just those events where you can stay in your house. All you have to do is sign in during the time that it's featured, and you will be able to participate in that event. Now, this event is free for members, but it will cost $45 if you are a non-member. Now, there's also another type of digital event, which is on-demand, at-home on-demand events. And these are just recorded sessions where you as a member or even a non-member can go in and watch that recording until the date that it gives you there. So if you continue to scroll on that page, you'll see different on-demand sessions there. Okay. Now, there's also another type of event called a workinar, and a workinar is a webinar and a workshop hybrid. And so this event is also not free. So this event charges $25 for members and $75 for non-members, and it features all of these different speakers that you see here. And pretty much it's 4 workshops guided by these speakers, and it provides, of course, resources, whether you are virtual, whether you are not virtual. There's a keynote speech and a lot of different information for us there. And lastly, there is something called an ILA intensive, and ILA intensives feature different types of formats. So there might be a keynote speaker, there might be a large panel, and there might just be a short talk. So this intensive is $99 for members and $129 for non-members. There are also different speakers and presenters with this intensive, and it offers as well different research, application on literacy topics. Now, if we click on where it says free for everyone, it shows us here that ILA does host free events now and again about topics that are relevant to what we are going through. And there is a free webinar here if we go through this website. It's also on YouTube. And if you click on demand, you'll be able to view some more free events. Also, there's another one here where it talks about different educators and authors, and they discuss and just answer questions. And this is also available on YouTube and on Facebook. And if we keep scrolling, we'll see there are a lot that are free for everyone. So I would take advantage of those free sessions as well. The last The last resources that I did want to mention that I noticed on this organization's website is that they have, I talked about the blog and showed you guys that, but they have something called 20 research articles for 2020. And basically they have combined and selected 20 articles that feature relevant topics for 2020. And we know 2020 was all about COVID-19. And along with COVID-19, racism, systemic racism was a huge topic as well. So they selected different articles that highlight and hit those topics and are centered around those different topics. And it helps to provide guidance while we are teaching our students so we know how we can teach them when these issues arise, and even when they don't arise, how we can keep that conversation going. Now, one thing I must say about these articles is that they are exclusively available to members. So you have to sign up for a membership to be able to read these articles. One last resources that I would like to mention is the What's Hot report. The ILA 2020 What's Hot report, if you click on here, you're able to download the full report, or you can just open up the infographic. And pretty much what it shows us is they just take a deeper look at what professionals, literacy professionals, think about different literacy issues. There's a survey attached to it, and it really helps us to keep in mind with what is going on in the world of literacy. For example, 60% of those literacy professionals say that teacher prep programs are not equipping today's educators with the skills that they need for effective reading instruction. 70% say there is not enough time set aside for independent reading. So when we look at these numbers and what's hot in literacy, we can see and we can be able to apply that to our own classrooms. Okay, so not many students are getting time to independently read. So let me make sure that I can apply that in my classroom. So that was all about the International Literacy Association, ILA. And so there are different types of memberships if you are interested. There's an online plus membership, an online membership, both for $44. There's a student membership, which we would qualify for as a graduate student, for $39, and a retired membership for $39. So if you are interested in a membership here, you can always, as I said, visit their website at literacyworldwide.org, click on membership, join ILA, and you'll be able to join this organization. So I really thought this was a great organization. Dealing with literacy, I love literacy, that's why I chose it. I will be looking into getting an organization, but I hope that this video was very useful for you and you're able to research it and learn some more for yourself. Bye-bye.